Hello everybody, Helen the Russian here. Please excuse video while I'm working out, but today time is of an issue and I wanted to tell you this story about last night's storm. So I'm gonna do it while I'm doing my walk. So those of you who live in Las Vegas, you know there was a crazy storm last night. It started with the dust storm and then the rain just poured out. And then during all that, some power lines went down and some trees went down. There were rolling blackouts throughout the city. Unfortunately, I was driving for Uber when it all happened. And it really happened when you, right there, you see how it can happen literally in a matter of minutes. I was giving a ride to passengers from Mirage to Fremont Street. And as we were talking, I suggested that I drop them off at the container park, so corner Fremont and 7th. So they start from there and go all the way to the plaza to see the entire Fremont Street. And I usually do that with people who say, I ask them and they say, well, no, we never seen container park, because a lot of times they start at the plaza and they don't go all the way down, so they miss out some of the things that they were seeing. Anyhow, so we're driving, everything is absolutely hunky-dory, seriously. We're driving along, things are good, amazing, and fantastic. I'm talking a bit about Las Vegas. I turned on 7th Street from Charleston, and again, everything is really quiet. And not even 2 blocks that I see that dust coming off the side street, and I'm like, what's that dust? And by the time, so another 3 blocks, that I got them to the container park, it was full swing. I mean, things were going crazy. Dust was everywhere, debris were flying. The wind was so hard. Today, this morning, I found out that the wind reached 71 miles per hour at some point. But anyhow, those signs that they put for where they do the roadwork, some of them were not secured with the sandbags. The signs were traveling, like the whole thing was moving across the road, and I was concerned the big orange cones, not little ones, but the big ones, those were rolling and moving. So I dropped these people off at the container park, and just to explain what I was trying to do that night, yesterday, and you know, Uber offered that promotion again this weekend, so you do 24 rides. In my case, they give you extra $36 bonus. Well, I couldn't drive at all on Friday. I was busy with my main business, so I thought, okay, between Saturday and Sunday, I should be able to do 24 rides. So yesterday, this was ride number, I think, 13 or 12, and I turned around, and I was moving in the direction of my house, thinking, right, mind, I did not go offline, but I was thinking about it, and the main reason why I didn't go offline straight away, honestly, I was seriously concerned about driving conditions. I posted some videos prior to this one, couple of them. One is the dust, another one is the rain. So it was pretty bad, and things were flying. So I was really paying attention to the road, and it was getting dark, and then I saw some electric wires sparking. Anyhow, so I get this ride request on Uber, and honestly, I didn't even see it was a pool. I just glanced at it, and it was the name. The name was Jessie. And as you know, Jessie could be man's or woman's name. And honestly, I just felt bad. I thought, you know what, this woman, in this area, she might need to get out. I don't know what's happening. Maybe she's trying to get to work. So I honestly felt bad, because I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go get that woman. So I went, and as I pull up, it's a guy. Nice young guy. There was no issues with him. But then he gets in the car, and I realize it's the pool. And I'm like, oh. Honestly, if I realized it was the pool before I taken the ride, I probably, even though it was a woman, I probably wouldn't. But anyhow, and he is going all the way to Cheyenne, and like off the freeway a bit. So I go, okay, well, dude, you picked a pool ride in this weather, in this part of town. He goes, oh yeah, I'm not in any hurry. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, I'm not concerned about you or your hurry, and obviously you all know, locals, what I was concerned about, the area I'm in. So we're making our way towards I-15 freeway, through, those streets, and as I am honestly, I was on the final stretch to get on I-15, boom, another rider added, and I look at it, and it's Alphabet City. Ugh. And so I actually said it out loud. I go, well, shit, I didn't want to go to Alphabet City after dark. I didn't want to say I didn't want to go there at all. And so the guy is like, And I'm thinking, dude, and he was fairly young guy, like in his 20s. I'm thinking, I doubt you quite understand what we could pick up on there, but that's what pool is. You have no choice now, right? So I'm okay. So I drive down there, and the name of that second passenger was a female name. So I go, okay, right, let's just go do it. Well, sure enough, when I pull up the way it meant to be, it's some big dude, waving his phone, and he's on the street. Thankfully, nothing happened. He was all right. And he did not go far, but he didn't need to go far. It was like literally just a short ride, not even a mile maybe. And then we were able, with this original passenger, to get on the freeway. And I took him, and once we exited Cheyenne, we both realized the power is out in there. That included the street lights, and of course lights in all the housing and apartments. So when I took him to his apartment complex, it was pitch black. I go, mate, you have no electricity? He goes, yeah. I said, I hope you have candles. He goes, yeah, me too. So I dropped him off, and now I'm all the way out there. So at this stage, I did set myself to destination, to my house. So I thought, right, if someone wants to go in that direction, yeah, I'll pick them up, because I don't want to go all the way back empty-handed, especially in this weather. So I am now going back on Cheyenne towards I-15, and the guy, he wasn't that close to freeway, it was a bit ways. And just as I'm ready to turn onto I-15, I get the call request, and it says towards your destination. So I accept, and once I accept, I realize it wants me to go pretty much to where I dropped this guy off, even further to pick up this second guy. And I'm thinking, I'm going to cancel this, I want to do it. And then the guy calls, and he goes, look, there is no power, my phone lost all reception for a while. I'm just calling right now to make sure that you know I'm waiting for you, I'm outside. It's really dark, I'll be standing outside of the house. And I'm thinking, oh me. And he goes, please, because it even said, apparently the app told him when he tried first time, there are no cars available. So I go, okay, all right. And honestly, out of the goodness of my heart, so trying to do a good deed. I'm a big believer in karma, I told that before, so okay. So I go there, the guy is standing in front of the house, he was fine again, no issues with him. So I picked him up, he was going to El Cortez, so we are going towards where I need to be. And as we're driving, he tells me that how there were no cars available, the app was telling him, and how, there is no electricity at his house, there is nothing, and he just wanted to get out there, where there is electricity, air conditioning, food, beverage, whatnot. So anyhow, after all this, I drop him off, and almost immediately I get another ride request from El Cortez, but I had to go around the block one time, so pick those people up, and they were to South Coast, which is definitely down my way, and that ride was worse because it was regular Uber X, and so that one was nearly $17 ride, and ultimately, and I had another. See, Uber knows when they want to, they can. So in this ride from Cheyenne back to my place in Green Valley, I actually got 4 rides, 2 of mine, three rides, but one of them was really long ride. 2 of them were Uber X, so they can when they want to. And overall, yes, it was more or less profitable, and it gave me, quite a few rides towards my goal. But bottom line, what I'm trying to say, honestly, mainly I got into that situation, unexpectedly, because I listened to the weather forecast every morning very carefully. Weatherman did not say they're going to be severe storm. If he said they're going to be severe storm after 8, honestly, I would not be driving. I'm not the type of person who wants to get into that situation. And then once I found myself in the middle of it, I genuinely wanted to help someone out, to give someone a good turn. Well, as a result, so, it's all good and done. I'm like, okay, right, I'm home safe, it's all good. Go to bed. This morning I wake up, and there is a message from Uber support saying that the rider felt uncomfortable with my speed, And of course, they don't tell you which ride. I brought that up before, meaning it's not, they're saying it's helpful, but it's not helpful because you don't know which ride they're talking about. And honestly, I genuinely was not speeding at any point because of the conditions. If anything, I was driving quite slow, like a whole lot slower than speed limit at some points, just because of the conditions. I couldn't drive any faster. So I messaged them back. And I go, look, I would really like to know which ride that is, because there were seriously adverse conditions in which I was driving yesterday, and I most definitely did not exceed speed limit. In fact, if anything, I was driving slower. And to add to that, I talked in the previous video about that new Nexar camera I got. It's fantastic camera. Those are the videos I posted previously. So not only the camera does the whole footage of your ride, you can click the button that shows the speed. And it shows the speed throughout that entire drive. So you see what was your maximum, minimum, and what the speeds were throughout the whole drive. I said, look, I actually have a video that I'm perfectly willing to supply to prove that I wasn't speeding at any point. So they sent me this automatic response going, oh, thank you for writing to us. For the privacy of our riders, which I don't see how the privacy is violated. I don't even remember the names of these people. I just needed the ride, so in my mind I can figure out what was going on. Why would the person, because my suspicion is it's someone who didn't like something else, which they can't complain about, like the fact, for instance, that guy with the pool, I'm guessing it was him. He didn't like the fact that I wasn't happy about going to Alphabet City, that, I wasn't happy about pool forcing me to do it, and ultimately he's the one who created that situation, so he couldn't really complain about that. So he said something, he wanted to get it to me, so that's what he's done. And I'm like, all right. So, of course, there was nothing message saying, we just wanted to let you know, we wouldn't want to keep you in the dark. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay. And then, after that, I had to wash my car, because my car was filthy. You imagine that dust storm and then the rain. And I just had my car not just washed but detailed on Thursday. I paid $50. The car was absolutely sparkling, and today it was nothing but filth. So obviously I'm not going to spend another $50 4 days later. So I had to scrub it myself, and my condo complex does not allow us using hoses, like you can't hose anything off. So I had literally give my car a sponge bath and then wipe it and then wax it and shine it and do all that. So I spent an hour in this heat and humidity trying to bring the car into the shape that's suitable for driving for Uber and Lyft, picking up the passengers. And the more I was scrubbing, the more upset I got, because I know for a fact I wasn't the only one driving in those conditions yesterday. I'm sure many of you did. I'm pretty sure Wise Guy probably was, because that's around the time you start driving. We were genuinely helping people. Remember, we're not cab drivers. We're not obliged to do any of it. We can go offline at any time. Honestly, I had every ride. The minute I saw that second ride added in Alphabet City, I could cancel that initial ride and unload this original passenger. Said, mate, you know what? I can't. I'm not going there. I'm afraid. I'm a woman in a car, unarmed. I'm not going to Alphabet City. So the only option was pool. I'm going to cancel the ride. Please get out of the car. And I actually could have done so safely because we were still downtown, not far from Fremont Street, meaning he wouldn't be in any danger, right? Well, I didn't do it. I did the right thing. I was genuinely trying, and the whole reason I took it because I thought it was a woman. I was trying to help. And this is how we get paid back. I mean, clearly, I don't expect a medal for it. I don't necessarily even expect anything else, and I wasn't until I get the shitty message from support. And now I'm thinking, well, this storm made the news, nationwide news. I mean, there were local news and national news showing the clips of what happened. It was a big deal. So clearly Uber is aware. They also know, because obviously they're tracking us, they know which one of us were actually driving on active rides during all that. So how about sending a nice little message maybe? So I wake up in the morning and it goes, hey, we realize weather conditions were extremely adverse, and yet you helped, these people, took them to where they needed to be. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Not to mention, a little bonus wouldn't go astray. Specifically, something like, say, a coupon for a car wash, not even money, a coupon for a car wash, saying, hey, you know what, your car probably took some beating, go and have it cleaned on us, thank you so much for helping. Well, so I kept thinking about it, and I thought, I'm gonna call Uber. So I did call. I called Uber, and of course the support person, the girl who answers, she can't do anything or make any decisions. But I know they do record. So once I finished talking to her about this, I said, look, I actually really want to escalate this, and more to the point, I would like to have, please forward me direct email for the CEO, Dara Khosrowshahi, Dara Khosrowshahi, his name is. So that I want his email, because I would like to outline the situations. He's always the one who talks about, how since he taken over, they care so much, and this and that. Okay, well, that's cool. Here is a very specific situation. I'd like to know just how much they care. And so I would like to email him directly, because I'm afraid going through the chain of command, it's not going to reach him, which is, realistically it won't, not unless I email him directly. So she said, okay, I will forward it to whatever, up the chain of command, and, they'll get back to you. So I haven't heard, that was this morning, I haven't heard back from them, but if I do, I'll definitely keep you posted, because few things like that do bother me. Like I said, it would not be even the case if everything went as nothing and, I woke up this morning and that was it, that was the day gone. But getting that shitty message from support, and then after I reply, they am trying to continue instead of saying, look, what did happen? Like, okay, it was the ride between this time and that time, like what went on? They're not interested. They just, we just letting you know because we don't want to keep you in the dark. Well, I have no idea. Is it a strike against me? Is it going to be removed now that I explained that I wasn't? They didn't ask for the proof. I did offer the videos. They didn't want them. All unclear. But anyhow, those of you who survived that last night, thumbs up, good job. And weatherman said tonight might be another storm, but honestly, I only have 3 more rides left till my bonus. So I'm gonna do it in about half an hour, hopefully knock it off really quick, and that's it, I'm done. I'm not taking my chances tonight. Stay safe, everybody, and take care.